If it's a company and they're worried about saving money, etc., has 3 prioritization points, one of which it must have a positive return on investment. One is that it should be flexible to the needs of the company and or to society, and that of course it moves it towards sustainability. For more information, you go to thenaturalstep.org or talk to Faith, Augusto, or me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wow.
Well, having heard this, the other tool we chose was simplifying. And actually, because we tend to, lots of us, people tend to model complex situations, then we go with the conclusions to a client, and he has to simplify. And if he has to simplify, you might as well make a simple model. And usually the simple model will get you much quicker to a simplified answer that might well be enough for your client. And that saves you a lot of time, which you can use to communicate better or to take other aspects into account. I wrote an article about this a couple of years ago. I have to look the title up, but I will inform you about that.
I'm gonna get a lot of emails.
So, but you will find other sources for that. But the idea is dare to simplify.
Dare to simplify. I like that. Thank you. And you'll send that article to them?
I'll look on this.
Great. One of the things that that our group came up with, all three of us as individuals kind of communicated the same essence, but we just used slightly different words. And that really is that no matter how great things seem to be, or how bad and shitty things seem to get, that ultimately, you know, that we trust the process, and we know that we're guided, we know it's for a greater good, and we know that this is the path that we're meant to be on. Because, you know, sometimes in life, or all times in life, we may not always get what we want, but we always get exactly what it is we need. So it's just, you know, having that faith that, you know, we're on the path, even when it feels like we may be miles off the path. You know, we know that actually is the path. So that was it, very, very simply, and trust, and, you know, faith, really. And for more information, you can check it.
Yeah, thank you.
And the Rolling Stones.
By the way, you have to close your t-shirt.
Take out of the bar.
No, you don't have to.
The second one we chose is the lexical assessment system. Were you going to mention it? Did you mention it, Barrett?
Sorry, the what?
It's called Lectical, L-E-C-T-I-C-A-L, Lectical Assessment System. It's a individual developmental assessment or measurement system. It's different than the sentence completion test in the way that it works, but it's for the same purpose, understanding where people are at, individuals are at developmentally. So in organizations and sustainability initiatives, you know, if that comes up and you're working on a project to that sort of degree or level, such that you have the time or money or need to understand individuals throughout an organization, this is a very great tool. There's a lot to say, not a lot of time. I am getting trained as a scorer in the system, so I could answer questions if you have any. And you want to put the website there, or should I just email it to you?
Yeah, Jesse's running it.
Oh, so devtestservice.com or .org.
That work?
Yeah.
This is, yeah, Zach Stein. It was created by Theo Dawson, and it's based off the theory from Kurt Fischer. And the last piece is, it may show some, in the future, possibility of being a measurement system that approximates what altitude, the colloquial spectrum we saw earlier, we've been talking about, actually is. So it's got this cross line applicability.
Thank you.
Very good.
The first tool we'd like to present as a group is the art of storytelling. I have a title for that. It's only in Dutch. It's called Op verhaal komen. Lieve Veenbaas.
about stories. I'm trying to experiment with it on clients of mine to confront them with their own behavior in a working situation. By using a story, you don't directly confront them, but you're using basically a metaphor. And in that metaphor, they take their own position. So they don't feel confronted. It's not like you're accusing them of something. But by taking their own position in the story you're using, they take their own lesson from it. So it's a better way of giving people insights. It takes a lot of practice though, and I'm working on it, but it works.
I need to be reminded of your name and the name that you just said about the...
Wiebe Veenmaas.
Your name?
Bastiaan.
Sorry. Wiebe with één... met één...
Would you be kind enough to
Yeah,
go
just
over
the
and type out the Dutch that you were just talking about to our non-Dutch friends? Please.
The other thing we were talking about a lot with Nurgle was patience, and well, the way, and we had some tools to go about with that. Well, the first thing that came up was self-reflection, wait a moment, and to see what's happening, what's coming up. Very good. What I'm using often is I am, that I really, before I jump into doing something like this, or standing in front of a group or giving a training, is basically grounding myself in I am, repeating that repeatedly to myself, I am, I'm here, and feeling that, and then going to the others, you are, or you are, and then feeling their space. And then acknowledging both. Like, okay, I can be here totally you I am, and you can be there, well, totally you are, and the connectedness.
Ah, yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Like, afterwards, we are.
Yeah, and then we are, yeah. So after you get the whole
So
space.
you want.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a tool I often.
And what does this tool help you do? Remind me?
It helps me to ground, to be
Ground.
yeah.
Just the repetition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we had a very hard time deciding, so we thought we knew one, but then we chose two others. I don't see a lot of crosses in society, so I just want to share the one thing that I could come up with, which is An Inconvenient Truth, the movie. That's the one thing that I could think of so quickly. But that was not what I was going to mention, because we all know it. I want to mention on an organizational level, holacracy. Now, Anouk probably knows more about it than me, and maybe some other people as well. But from what I gather, it's a very quick way of inventorying what is going on in an organization and making very quick, very rooted changes, supported changes in an organization.
And to conduct meetings as well.
Yeah, and a way to
everybody
conduct
needing to be at integral level,
Yeah.
still making
effective meetings. Yeah.
Would you kind of to give another minute or so on holacracy, because this is actually a pretty important tool. And just to clarify, Miriam, did you have a second one that you were going to present?
Yeah, but that is for...
Okay, great. So let's just get a little follow-up on holacracy.
Yeah, it's actually what Miriam says. It works beautifully for effective meetings. We're using it in our team, so you can also ask Mariana if she is experiencing it. Like I said, it's you don't need everybody at an integral level to make integral decisions because it has a really clear structure. So you need to be well trained at the structure of the meeting, and then you just can have those meetings.
Can I short comment? Holacracy is more than just about facilitating meetings.
Yeah.
It's a response to how do we get beyond the command and control structures we have.
So that's the meetings is like the smaller parts of it, and then the bigger parts is how to organize whole organizations, not with hierarchy but with holons and circles that interconnect with two lines instead of one line, and that works really well as well.
It's really a complete model of governance.
Yeah,
So
they
like,
even think of world size.
It's not democracy, which is also a model of governance. It's like a complete model of governance.
Where everyone says, well, is that what